Yo, afternoon. Oh,
Good evening, good afternoon, good night. Bye. All right. Good job,
see
guys.
you guys next
Happy
week.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'll
Good
turn
show, guys. Good show.
my audio's was duplicating. Happy Friday, causing a ruckus. Lucas, Matt, and Lee, as usual. Thank you for all you viewers and you secret viewers out there. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, all the
Really do.
fans, all the hidden fans.
Oh,
Couldn't do this
Lee,
without you guys.
you're chopping up.
Am I already?
Yeah,
That was
it's
fast.
okay
Yeah,
now.
that was brutal.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
So what about that snowstorm this week?
Wow.
Nuts, eh?
I mean, there were warnings and stuff, but I mean, like you guys probably saw.
Yeah.
Sunday all day was gorgeous. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe -3, clear skies. I'm like, yeah, this storm ain't happening. This is a beautiful day. Wake up in the morning, buried. I was like, what the fuck is
Wait,
this?
you woke up in Barrie?
Yeah,
That's
it was
cra-
insane. It was
That's
insane.
nuts,
That,
dude.
that Barry chick that I was seeing before I came and kidnapped me. She's still in love.
nuts.
She's still in love.
Yo, I think it was the most fun I've ever had because it was the first year I've had a snowstorm or like a big snowfall with all-wheel drive and an SUV. Because before I had a rear-wheel drive and basically a boat of a vehicle. So at one point,
That's not fun.
yeah, when I came home, I couldn't enter my side of the street. It's a crescent, so the other side was fine, but it was like plowed over.
You
'cause
live on a croissant?
I live on a croissant, dude. It's sick. And the other side just had like enough opening for me to fit in, so I like plowed through it, and it was like a roller coaster. You know when someone drives through like the snow just once, and you have to like follow their tracks to be perfect?
Yeah.
Because the snow was so big that if I got off the tracks, I was stuck. So I basically drove around the entire street. I saw everyone shoveling, and they were like waving to me, like they're like happy that I was driving through. Like, oh my god, he made it! Oh my god, it's the neighbor.
It said it was only 50 centimeters. I feel like we at least got like 2.5 feet.
15, like
least.
1
No,
5
5 0, 5 0.
5-0.
That's still less than 2 feet. That's like a foot and
a bit.
half
Yo,
a meter?
it felt like 2.5, 3 feet.
Yeah.
It felt like
I
a
saw some
lot.
people at work, were posting pictures like their cars where it was like up to like the window of their car. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
like
more than a
barely.
foot and a half.
But I mean, I guess the wind and drifts and stuff. So.
Like the drifts of cars drifting on the road.
Yeah, like Lucas. Like
How does that
Yeah, like,
impact
I
the
made-
snow in other?
Because when they're
areas?
drifting, they
oh,
kick and bury other cars. You didn't know?
Word.
That's what wind drifts are.
Oh, I never watched Tokyo Drift, so I always
Yeah.
forgot.
Smart move on
same
your
thing
part.
that happens, but it's just in Tokyo as a whole just shifts. You know, like tectonic plates. Tokyo's drift is what happens with that one.
Oh goodness.
Ridiculous. What's everyone drinking today on this lovely Friday?
I've got some more of this tequila. As far as the podcast goes, I don't think we'll finish it, but if we get wild afterwards, this is probably done tonight.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Wild afterwards. That's interesting.
If not, I'll drink it by myself. Maybe
That's
put on
fine.
The Office. Eat my pizza alone.
Where's your pizza from?
Little Caesars.
Oh, I knew it.
Stuffed crust, baby.
Hot
Yeah.
Not. Sorry, I'm just getting
Yeah.
my popcorn. Not bad. Not bad. I'll give
Sorry,
you that.
I just want to tell a story real quick before you guys, just because we're on the topic, before you guys tell you what drink. There was one time, I don't know if people still remember, what was that game called? Among Us? While
Yes.
Among Us was hot. There was one
Yeah.
time we're playing together, and we were playing during the day, and then I think it was Matt who's just like, okay, everyone, like, let's break, let's all get something to eat, we'll chill out, and then we'll get back tonight, and we'll fucking run Among Us, and we'll all get lit, and we'll party together online, obviously, all joining on Discord and stuff. And we're like, sick, all right. So I go downstairs, I eat, I make probably the strongest tequila lemonade I've ever made in my life. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get fucked up with the boys tonight. We're playing Among Us. I come back, log on, no one ever joins. And then we get this group message, and Matt's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's not play tonight. And everyone's like, yeah, we're not going to play, whatever. And now I'm sitting there with this drink by myself. And I was like,
Oh,
okay.
you should have told me that you were already like.
So I drank it, and I put on The Office, and I was fucking lit by myself in my room. And I was like, is this my life? Like, I'm fucking smashed by myself, just watching TV in my bed. It was
No,
not
some-
Did
bad.
you dress up
I like-
like you
Yeah, I
had?
was gonna say some shows are
It was good.
worth watching lit.
Did you
Yeah.
dress up as if you were going into the office as well?
I should have gotten really into it.
Yeah, if you cosplay.
Yeah. So what do you guys
Do you think
think?
people? Oh,
Sorry,
do you think
sorry.
people do that? They like cosplay, but as like the Office, but they just dress up like they're going to work, but not as a
100%.
specific character.
Definitely.
Shout out to those people out there. I'm drinking Founders today again. I got
Nice.
3 left, so I assume we'll finish those tonight.
I gotta get some more of those.
We'll see. And then Pink Wit is what I'm shooting. Shout out to Pink Whitney.
Ooh.
Lucas.
I am drinking.
Is it like after Whitney Houston?
Yes. No, the
Is
real
that-
story is the guy's name is Ryan Whitney,
Oh, that's lame.
and he basically ex-NHLer. They started a podcast, really funny group too, but basically he said that his favorite drink was pink lemonade and vodka, and they ended up making a deal with New Amsterdam, and they made a pink lemonade vodka, and I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
kinda
sick.
cool. Vodka
When
lemonade.
it first came out, it was like you couldn't find it. It sold out everywhere.
Does he like the drink? Pink Wit? Like
Yeah, he
the-
loves it.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like the LCBO mix. Imagine if they made it and he's like, oh, I don't like this.
This thing sucks.
No, because he would like. I assume if you're involved in that, like you go and get to taste it
Test-
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
go through trials. Like that'd be cool. Maybe we
Yeah,
can.
probably.
Maybe we could get a liquor made.
Yo,
we
we
just
should
have to,
look
we'd
into
have to
that.
agree. We'd have to agree on what it is.
It's a tequila, obviously.
No.
No.
Duh, guy, it's a tequila. No, I'd be fine if it's a rum.
Well, vodka.
No, but Lucas doesn't drink rum.
You don't drink rum at all, Lucas?
No, I only drink vodka.
Looks like we're never making a drink, guys.
Why don't we just make the drink? It's just
No.
tequila, rum,
Well-
and vodka. No
What
mix.
about this?
Oh, that's true. We could just.
It's called death.
Fuck, true. We could.
Yeah, what if it's
That's true.
what if it's a 3-tiered bottle and there's 3 spouts and it's the 3 different liquors?
It's like that coffee. You know that coffee
This is
liqueur
it.
you can get, the one that has like the two at like the one side's like
Yes.
the white and one side's the black. That, but just 3 of them.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be sick. That would be sick.
That's not bad.
Dude, I'd puke every night. Not even if I drank. I'd
You
just.
don't have
puke.
to.
I get so
I'm
excited.
nervous.
I
I'm
get
nervous.
so excited.
Okay, sorry, Lucas. What were you drinking?
I'm drinking vodka. I did notice that last time we were shooting the vodka, I'm like, it tastes like it's a flavored vodka. And I mean, I have a regular one. I remember I poured the leftover of my Ciroc apple into here. So it's like,
While there was still other vodka in there, so it's
Yeah.
just like a diluted.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so-
interesting. So it's sneaky.
What's your take on the Ciroc apple?
I'm not a big fan of Ciroc in general. I think it's overpriced.
Really?
Really?
Okay, well, but is it good?
I think it's overpriced. I mean, I personally am not. a
Okay,
big fan
is
of
it
flavored
good,
vodka.
though?
I'm not a
Does
big
it
fan of
taste
flavored vodka, so for me, I would say no.
Honestly, I don't
like
think the bottle
the-
looks that nice.
the pineapple was pretty good. Shout out to Carl if he even watches us and supports us anymore.
No, I
He
spoke to
hasn't
him
made an
today. He said
appearance,
he hates us now.
Oh, classic.
Yo, you remember how back in the day, apple crown and cranberry juice was like the shit?
Yeah,
Like, I mean, I didn't drink it so much. Kel would drink it, and
Kel was the biggest one of that.
Kel was the
That
biggest one,
like
but
it was good though. It was.
it was good. Every time you guys made one, I was like, yeah, this is fucking great. So I don't know if you noticed or not, but like in the liquor store, the LCBO, you can get apple crown cranberry cans.
What?
It's like pre-made. Yeah. No, it's not good.
Oh,
good.
That's so
It's- yeah,
disappointing.
You hyped that up.
I know.
Like it was
I
good.
know. Yeah. Took you
They-
for a twist.
I don't know if you guys saw this during the holidays. Apple had a salted caramel whiskey. I saw it one day. and I
Apple
was
had-
like,
Apple
that
Apple
looked-
had it.
Like the
Crown.
iPhone,
What are you
iWhiskey.
talking- Yeah.
Yeah, no, Apple. Apple released literally
That's
just
sick.
yeah. iPhone's made of salted caramel, so you can eat them too.
That's sick.
No, sorry. Crown Royal made a salted caramel whiskey. I saw it once,
Ooh.
and one day I was like, I was thinking about buying it. I didn't. Next, I came in. I've never seen it since. And I was like, was that
No
like a
way.
limited time thing? And I'm pissed because I wanted to try it.
What do you know if it was a limited time thing or were they just?
No, I
like-
never like Googled it. I didn't invest that much. Like it's every
sounds
time I go
good.
in there, I always look. I see, is it back? It's
Matty
not, never.
saw on the end cap the one time, and every time he passes the end cap, it's like, oh, it's not there. But there's like a whole wall
Yeah.
of it.
yeah, it's just moved.
Yeah, I even walked to that side of the store where the whiskey is, and I don't normally walk to that side of the store because I don't get whiskey. It's
Mm.
not there.
That's also like the sketchiest part of the LCBO. I find
The whiskey, the
Yeah,
whiskey corner.
Whiskey's always sketchy. Like there's always
I agree.
someone's
agree.
there, and like as soon as they look at me, I'm like, this guy's plastered. Like
No.
security, get him out of here.
It's
I
that
wonder-
and the red wine section.
Every section.
What do you
in
mean?
the red
Yeah,
wine
the red wine's
section,
like the
it's huge.
like you're talking about like
It's
the
half
luxury
store.
wine, like that, like where it's like wooden.
Sorry, yeah. What's yeah. Sorry.
Oh, the
Actually, yes.
vintage section.
That's
the
not
vintage,
That's
that's
not
right, sorry,
sketchy.
that's
It's
right,
that
the
when you walk in there, all the store associates look at you like you're sketchy. Like they're like, this guy's gonna steal a $23 bottle of wine.
He
That's
can't
unacceptable.
afford it. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
He's going for the fancy shit.
I wonder how they decide the layout. Like what the logic is behind where because every store's different too, right? Like it's not
Exactly.
like whiskey's
Exactly.
in the same spot. Like
Well,
I'm curious to
what-
know. Do you think there's a demographic?
There is.
So, like this is how much gets bought.
Do-
Are you
Oh.
an expert?
Yeah. Do you know how it works? So basically, what happens is when they make an LCBO,
Shit.
they're like,
Fucking hate this
make
guy.
sure it looks like no other fucking LCBO, so everyone gets lost. Because every LCBO I go to is
It's
completely
true.
different.
You know what? You know what though? The logic with that is then you walk through the store more and you pass things that you normally wouldn't pass. You're like, yo, let me grab this. I've never seen that. Yo, big.
But how often do you go to a different LCBO though?
Quite
It
often.
depends what area I'm in.
Quite
like
often.
real right now, not often because I'm not going anywhere. But when we're hanging out and stuff, like I'll go to the LCBO near you guys.
Oh,
It
really?
depends,
You
but I
wouldn't hit up
might.
your hometown LCBO and then head out?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I support local.
Or when you head into college,
Local
you go to the
businesses.
last minute LCBO, and it's literally just like a
That's
convenience
fair.
store
That's
LCBO.
Well, okay, but my point is you're not going to a different LCBO very often.
Every time. I never go to the same LCBO twice.
This guy-
I always
This
like
guy's
to see the
driving to
new
different-
layout.
this guy's driving to Windsor just to get.
Yeah,
Get
and
to a
it-
different
yeah,
LCBO.
And as soon as I get there, I'm like, can I have a store map, please? And then like I collect them.
It's like an amusement park.
It is.
You
Yeah,
get the
do you
map.
think they have that? Do you think you
They
can
should.
100%
What's
they
the-
do.
I'm gonna ask that.
Yeah, the
Look,
pamphlet.
Lee is so shook that he
he's-
froze.
Yeah, we should all do that face for a hot second. Alright, sick.
That's a good freeze frame.
Yeah, so
Um,
yeah, it's like Wonderland, but for booze. It's always like that.
do they have like I guess obviously not anymore, but not right now. But do they have festivals that like Wonderland, but it's just different sections of? Well, I guess they used to do that with what's that thing they do in Mississauga that all the
Bread
different
and honey? Honey and toast?
No, it's not ever always bread and honey. dude.
Every time we talk about Mississauga Festival, I always assume it's bread and honey.
Yeah, you froze there. That was a good freeze.
Yeah, that was a long
So,
one.
what's that festival? Not bread and honey in Mississauga
Oh,
that
honey and toast.
has the
Carasaga?
Carasaga. They have the different venues and the different nationalities. My dad and I used to pop at each one and like try the different beers from the different places. We did that one year and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But I was thinking, like, I was asking Lucas, does like Wonderland have a thing where instead of going around the amusement park for the rides and shit, but instead it's just like different alcohols or different things to try?
That'd
Yo.
be sick.
Yo, Night at the
That'd be
Rom.
sick.
Night at the Rom is like the closest thing to that.
That is cool too.
No,
What I
but
legit.
it's not night. It's the same. It's the same types of liquors. You just get to
No,
go to the museum.
not
I'm talking
true.
about like there's.
It's true. It's just different.
No,
It's
each
more so
each
food. It's the
section-
food that's
yeah,
different.
Each section is different food and booze.
I don't even
Yeah,
remember
this is
getting
usually a
food
theme.
when we were at ROM.
Yeah, it's fucked. The food was the best part. But what I legit thought you were gonna say is instead of walking around Wonderland to all the rides walk around to you. I legit thought you were gonna say that. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
It was a sick idea. That's a sick
There's no
idea.
more lines. Eventually, they'll just find you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's scary.
That's kind of creepy, eh? Thomas the,
yeah.
Thomas the Tank Engine just hunting you down.
Is there a Thomas the Tank Engine ride?
Of course there is, yeah.
Oh shit, I haven't been in a while. That's my bad.
It's at
I was
the
gonna say-
other LCBO.
Oh, sorry. I don't know that one. Before we get into our really discussions about whatever, Lucas, you want to hit us with your joke of the week?
Yes, he does.
I didn't
Bro,
have
you
one
told
ready.
me you had some at work. You told me you had some.
Yo, honestly, I used them all up.
Where? What's
Okay.
wrong with us?
Can I segue into something first to let me think? I do have a topic I want to talk about really quick. Okay.
on.
Okay.
So, do you know before they were called trains, they used to run a wagon on your mom?
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
No,
But
you
you know,
could've-
I laugh. I laugh.
you could have segued off of that from Thomas the Tank Engine.
I could have.
I thought you were
fuck. Oh, is that why you transitioned me and pressured me into the joke of the week?
Speaking of
Set you
trains,
up, bro. He set you up. Oh, that's funny. That's
Speaking of
funny.
trains.
You know, let's all take a shot for that.
Oh
one.
yeah. we
where
should
did
just
you
all
where
do
did you
it.
hear that?
From my neighbors.
wrong-
They're telling me
that's-
what they used to do to your mom. All right, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, I think he's just
Oh, that's
water.
extra sharp today. Extra sharp.
We got Mini Mac with Lukasz back with the bad jokes. Hell yeah. That's what everyone comes here for. I'm even rocking the shirt. The
Didn't you guys miss us? Hey.
which way is it? It's been so long. Hashtag fuck Lukasz.
That's the one.
I guess okay. So one of the things we want to talk about is this riddle or riddles in general. But Lukasz was very heated about a riddle.
So
and his answer and what the other answer is. So
Okay, so this is
Sorry,
because
before he
his-
gets into it, can I just say he got heated at work. Like he's upset. He was upset.
hey Lukasz, you tell us the riddle and chat for those of you that are there. Let us know what you think the answer is.
So
and then we'll go from there.
there's two things to this. One, it's the riddle, but the reason why I got heated was not just about the riddle. And I'll explain why. And I knew, like, I typically do not get heated at stuff. I don't know why this heated me so much. To the point where I'm mentioning it on a podcast, like, a few days later after the fact. The person who's talking to me about this riddle right now is like, this guy's still mad. He put it online. Okay, so how the riddle goes is that there's a word. It starts with the letter E. It ends with the letter E. And it contains one letter.
What's the word? And then
Can I first go with what I thought was? We'll go like
Sorry,
out and I'll
real
do
quick,
it.
Matt. Do you know the answer?
Yeah, I knew it right out of the bat, right
Yes,
right away.
Okay. Go
Okay,
on.
so I had suggested. So basically, our coworker pitches to us, and I had suggested the word EYE, because I'm like phonetically when you say it out loud, it's one letter. It contains one letter. I'm like, and the parameters of a riddle is really anything goes. It's not like there's rules to riddles. And as soon as I pitched the idea, the person who asked the question was like, nope, that's not it. I'm like, fair enough, I got it wrong. And I was thinking about, I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, it works. Like, it does work.
Fits
with
it fits the
But it's like,
criteria of your riddle.
And obviously, the thing is like, well, it's not the answer I'm looking for. It's like, okay, so it's not the answer you're looking for. So I waited to see what it was. Then, Leah's like, oh, I think I know what it is. Anyway, the answer is...
Guess it, Lee?
Yeah, I knew it was.
The answer is envelope, because it starts with the letter E, ends with the letter E, and contains one letter. Then that's where I argued, well, I technically works. And he's like, no. I'm like, well, I guess technically my answer is more accurate because not all envelopes contain a letter. In fact, sometimes contain multiple, sometimes it's a check, advertisement, anything. I mean, there's obviously variables. Where I will work 100% of the time because it'll always phonetically be I. So technically my answer is more accurate.
Yeah, yours is more consistent for sure.
Yeah, right? And he's like, no, you're wrong. And I was like, you could say that they're both right. I think they're both right. And he's like, no, that's not how riddles work. Yours is wrong. And that's why I was getting heated, because I'm like, there's no solid, why I'm wrong. It's just you're wrong. And I'm like, well, tell me why I'm wrong. Well, because it's not the answer. And that shit gets me heated. Because I'm like, fuck, man, just say I'm right. The one time I have in my life where I can be right. You know what I mean? Just the one time.
Yeah. Can give it to you. He wouldn't let you have it.
That's why I get
that's a
heated.
good point, because it could work. I could work. It could.
Yeah, I absolutely could work.
Aye, Captain.
Even if you want to kind of bend the rules a little bit and say that the Y in between the E's is the only letter contained in it, like it only contains one letter, like the two E's are containing the Y.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's 100%.
That's not how it works. You're wrong.
Whoa!
That's not how it
Yeah,
works.
you're wrong, dude. You broke my sound. I think you went too high. But it's okay.
Perfect. We're pulling up eardrums, bitch.
Kempo said, "What the hell? See what happens when you're sober. You're missing all the fun stuff." Wait,
Yeah,
are you
you
just
are.
joining now? Set your alarm, dude, or turn on your notifications on your phone. Your push notifications.
Well, I think he also
know-
just means that we're drinking. We're talking about stupid shit that maybe not be as fun for sober people. Suckers. Ha ha.
Yeah, let us know what you mean by that, Kempo. Crypto is crashing. Yeah, that sucks.
That is brutal.
I don't. I'm a AMC guy, but I don't even have a lot. But I think that's crashing too.
AMC tanked hard. Hard.
It is. I wonder how
Oh.
Alex is doing with all his GME.
Ooh,
I know.
yeah, that also tanked hard. Also
Yeah,
tanked hard.
I know he had quite a lot in that.
Yes, he did.
Oh my god, yeah. GME's like $106. That's not good. AMC. Oh my god, AMC's at 17? I should have sold when it was at 40.
Oh no, feels bad.
Okay, when you say it like that, that's like every trader's dream. Like, I should have sold it at the peak. Like,
Yeah. Well, I was
yeah.
holding forever. I was hoping it was gonna hit $100.
Hey, game's not
Here at
over.
game
Game's
here
not
here
over.
at GameStop, here at Constantly
over.
Ruckus. I wish, growing up, I always wanted to work at GameStop. I swear it was like every gamer kid's dream.
For me, it
to
was
be
Toys
happy
R
at
Us.
GameStop.
I want to work at Toys R Us.
No, I didn't want to work at Toys R Us. No.
Oh, Kempo's got a good challenge here. He says, "I need one word from each of you to summarize what you've talked about."
So far on the episode,
I like it.
Trains.
You say trains?
Yeah.
It's true. Trains. Trains is good.
what the hell did I talk about? I don't even remember. I get so lost in like just thinking about what we're gonna talk about next that I don't remember what's happened.
I feel like to summarize mine, I'd say hammered.
Okay. I think I would like to say that I've talked about drinks. I think.
Yeah, you have. That's fair.
I mean, I had a good idea about Kempo. Let me know if you'd buy this when your dry January and you can actually drink liquids in general is done.
Yeah.
Would you buy a bottle of liquor that had 3 spouts on it? One would be rum for my favorite. Lucas would have a vodka one, and then we would have your choice of the third. Lee actually does. I'm kidding. The third one would be tequila, obviously. Would that be something you'd invest in? If so, let us know how much you're willing to put in, for like an actual budget pitch.
If you finish the whole bottle by yourself, you are definitely causing a ruckus at the end of the night. There's nothing else.
I'll send you my email and you can e-transfer me and we'll see if we can put a bottle together. Imagine we just tape 3 bottles together and give it to Kempo.
But we drink them so it's like a third.
Yeah, you don't get the whole bottle. What the fuck?
And just to connect them, it's just like plastic straws that we like, cut. We're like, oh, sick. Duct tape.
Fucking, what are the pipe cleaners? Just pipe cleaners twist tied around them. Oh, goodness.
I also don't want to dwell on this one too long. It's about COVID. That's why we talked about COVID last week.
Sure.
But interesting scenario. So someone I know went and got their first shot, and now they're looking to get their second. But they've now, from 3 different sources, one being the place where the vaccine is being administered, one is the website, and one is, I think, a recent detail that's come out, all have different amount of timelines that they're supposed to wait to go get their next shot.
Oh, God, that's whack.
So I think like one is the they got Pfizer, so it's like 3 weeks. Like that was what I was told when I got mine. Wait 3 weeks and come back. The government of Canada page, I think, says 28. But now there's an advisory saying you shouldn't get your next shot for 8 weeks.
I thought it was 8 weeks originally.
The time doesn't the first shot doesn't have enough time to settle.
Oh, originally it was like 3 months, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that, like 2 or 3 months. But that's
what?
Originally, I'm pretty sure it was 3 months. But...
So this person called the services, like the line on the government page, and was asking about it, saying like, I'm confused, and it's evident that these people that are answering the phones aren't professionals in the field, because they were like, okay, what shot did you get? Pfizer. Okay, that's 21 days, and they're like, okay, 21. They're like, sorry, that actually says 28 days, and they're like, okay, which one is it? Is it 21 or 28? And they're like, you said it was Pfizer. And like you could tell, like they could tell that they were getting like super flustered, and and this person was initially hesitant because they were like they obviously didn't want to get it, and they're only getting it now for a reason. But now they're like, now you're telling me like people can't be aligned on how long to wait. Like these are on government websites. Like it's frustrating that that's the case. So I just thought that was very, because for me, I remember it being 21, and it seems like Minimac here saying 21 days originally. I got my first and second 21. So originally, so has that changed? And like, I think that's interesting. Like what's changed?
I think the thing that changed about was like before, since they were just trying to, give it to everyone. I think they increased the timeline just to be like, okay, like everyone's got their first dose. Okay, now we have to get enough for the second dose. So you have to wait a little longer. I don't know if it's the same. Obviously, if I were to be in that person's situation, I would go through the government website where I book, and they will usually tell you, hey, second dose, reminder, it has to be this amount of days after, and that's where I would take it from, because you have to book it that way.
It is a little strange that it's changing. Like it makes you question a lot of things.
Yeah.
Minimac confirmed it's now 3 months.
Oh, it's now 3 months. What? Now?
Why would it?
Because of supply and demand. Oh, it is now 3 months.
So we're short in supply now, meaning that's why it's taking longer.
I don't know.
Interesting.
And then Kempo saying that so Kempo, unvax, you're no judgments. We never judge here, anyways. But
Ew, I'm vaxxed. That's disgusting.
you know what though? I feel like that's how people feel. I feel
It's
like people
weird.
don't like to talk
It's-
about it because of that. But anyway,
People think it's like a freaking STI or something. I don't know what's going on.
he does
Go
say
on.
that he'll treat us nicely when we turn into zombies, and he'll remove us one appendage at a time. So we do appreciate that.
What? No, he said he'll go for the head instead of removing us one appendage at a time.
Oh, sorry, I read that too quick.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
it's
Johnson
not
Johnson
very-
would definitely make the worst zombies. That's for sure. Here's the thing.
No. It would be AstraZeneca, dude.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah,
that-
dude.
yeah.
They'd bite you, and your like blood would just start to boil. It'd be fucking crazy.
Yo, fucking lava teeth zombies. That's sick.
And then, like, did you guys hear? See, I don't want to dwell on COVID too long, but there's a few interesting things. And Christina, if you can chime in on your thoughts on this too. Do you guys hear about the UK?
How
Well,
they just
they're
gave up.
like going back.
Yeah,
to
they're
normal?
just like
I dig it. I
Yeah,
dig
we're-
it. I
It's
hope
a
that
flu.
encourages us to do the thing. Did you hear why though? I don't know if this is
No.
true or not. I didn't look into it, but apparently the prime minister,
Boris.
what's his name?
Boris Johnson.
Boris, yeah, was like caught having like a garden party, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, no restrictions." I hope it's true. I don't know how true that is,
Yo, I like to
but I
think,
hope that's the story.
I like to
hope
think
that's
he was
the
in his
story.
office, and it's like, "Sir, they're on line 3 because they stunk at the garden party." He's like, "You know what? Open it all up."
Mandate.
And
No
he's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm sick."
No, he probably had the garden party, and the media showed up. They're like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing having a garden party? Are there restrictions?" He'd be like, "Oh, haven't you heard? There are no restrictions." They're like, "Whoa!"
You guys didn't read the website? We checked several times.
Like-
The
it's
wrong
like while he's-
website.
While they're
Pulls a
talking, while
napkin
they're,
out of his pocket. No restrictions.
he's like tweeting about it while they're asking him. He's like, "Don't you follow me on Twitter?"
Like, sir, these are from right now.
So you also mistyped your tweet. It says no retributions. Same thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like that's gonna set the precedent because everyone's gonna be like, "They're doing it. Why can't we?"
Yeah, I really hope we follow suit. I don't care if it's a stupid reason. I don't care if it's just us trying to copycat. I don't care at this point. Just let me live, please, God. Please.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair. But I don't want to. Again, I didn't want to sit on the whole COVID thing too long because we
It's
we
fine,
touched
though.
on it last week. I guess if there's big news about COVID that we could, let's say it does open up for us, maybe we'll chat about it.
Here, I have a question for you guys. It's off topic, severely off topic. I watched this video, and this girl basically posted that with the new year, she decided to do something where she felt like because of COVID, she was getting upset more often, and to force herself in a better mood, she would always, whenever she was in a bad mood, blast party rock anthem in her car while she was driving, and you can see her visibly upset, like crying, and she's like trying to get into it. And at the end of it, she's like laughing and smiling. So I'm like, yo, that shit's sick. What's your go-to song if you had to try to do that to yourself?
If I had to cheer myself up,
Yeah.
essentially. Arr! That's so hard.
Anytime I play Call of Duty.
That's not a song.
This guy's dying.
That's not a song.
Party
Oh,
anthem.
I thought. Oh, sorry. I thought I misheard the question. I thought it was, when was the last time you had to cheer yourself up from being upset?
Okay, that's decent too. That's decent
Okay,
too.
we'll go to that one. But
Yeah, we'll go to that one. But okay, first, what song would you do?
Can I choose? Because
Sure.
I don't want anyone to copy me. Rubber Band Man.
You son of a bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! You're such a
I just don't want
shit.
anyone to copy
I was
me.
literally thinking that. I was literally thinking that. One. You son of a
Don't
bitch.
don't copy me, loser.
But fine, whatever. My other one would probably be Show Me Love.
Show Me Love would be my second one.
yo, I would say
Such a dick.
"What's Up" by the Four Non Blondes. I can't help singing that song. The song's
What's that?
the one that was the mix with He-Man.
Oh,
Oh.
and I say, hey,
Yeah, that one.
That's a really
It's
good
isn't that called What's Going On?
No, it's called "What's Up."
Is it called What's Up?
No, I'm fucking lying to you. Of course, it's called "What's Up."
You said that like you wouldn't be lying to me.
Yeah, I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, Kempo's comment too. I hear some sort of sound. That's our voices, Kempo.
Yeah,
That's us
That's how
talking.
s-
Crazy.
Oh,
that is
Kempo's-
how sound
Campbell's
works.
like, who's loading the gun? It's because I was like retracting my knife because it was in front. I was fidgeting, so I threw it down because I realized I was like.
I don't think we were talking about that comment, but okay.
No, Kempo was. 'Cause
Actually,
he's like,
like-
what's that noise?
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm with you.
Okay. The one I was gonna say was yeah. So when was the last time you were upset and had to listen to that song or a song to? That's why I answered every time I play Call of Duty because all these kids are fucking trash potatoes.
Genuinely upset.
What?
Last time we were.
Oh, when were you? Last time you were genuinely?
I can't think of one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo. After that fucking riddle. God damn it. I had to listen to Party Rock Anthem and by myself in the bathroom.
So wait, you were saying she listens to Party Rock Anthem in her car, but what if she's like upset in her house? Does she run out to her car, start it, then like turn it on?
Go for a drive?
Yeah, absolutely. No, what she does is she parks her car in the garage and keeping it idle so she stays warm.
All the time.
Did I tell you guys about the time I was an idiot and I did that? So
Did you pass out?
Oh, yo, okay, so I
You
went
died.
to visit my brother.
You died, bro.
I'm a ghost, bro. I'm already a vaccinated zombie. No, so I went to visit my brother in Kitchener.
Sorry to interrupt. It's been half an hour. We're not drinking. Should we take a shot?
Yes, let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I already had them poured out and everything? Holy, you guys are prepared.
That tequila is sharp. Holy Christ.
This vodka is shit. I mean, sharp as well.
So I go to visit my brother in Kitchener. I park in the garage. It's wintertime, so it's time to leave now.
This is recent. This was like in the last like 2 years.
This was, yes, this was like last winter.
Okay.
So it's time to go. And I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna go start the car, and we'll get our stuff together, say our goodbyes and whatever. So I start the car. Dumbass me didn't open the garage door at least. So I just start the car. Like 7-8 minutes goes by. I was like, all right, I'll back the car out so you can get in. And I opened the door. And I was like, oh, I didn't open the garage. And literally, by the time I went from the entrance into the garage to the driver's side to get in, I was fucking high as a kite. I was like, holy fuck! Like, thank God nothing like seeped into the house or anything. But I was cooked in that time, and I backed it out, and I was like, we're not leaving for another like half hour until I
Was it like
get my brain together.
Was it like a wicked? Like, do you recommend?
No, it's like very lightheaded, like all borderline nauseous.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Kevo here. Okay, that's fucked up. First of all,
Yes, I was an idiot, but
that's I mean,
funny.
it's something you don't even think. I think it's something you don't even think about. Like,
yeah,
especially
right?
now with remote starters. Like, I can start
Yeah.
my car from my phone if my garage was closed and I wasn't thinking about it. Hell yeah, that was kind of shit. Could happen, but obviously not though, because I would never park in the garage. I don't think my car would be too tight to fit in the garage.
No, you're kind of not that big, is it?
Yeah, it's huge. It's long, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Kembo, I want to assume that his answer was any RATM. I want to assume that's Rage Against the Machines. Sick group. Bulls on Parade. I'd say either
Rat
Bulls
'em.
on Parade or How to Kill a Man. I like those are good workout songs. I don't know if I would I don't know if I'd listen to that if I was upset. I think that would make me want to kill someone.
Yo,
Lee looks like he walked into the garage.
Yeah. Playing Rage Against the Machines would take me from sad to pissed off. Like it would take me the opposite of where I need to be.
People who were rioting, when all that shit was going on, the first year COVID was around, they probably like Rage Against the Machine would be good background music to that. That's how I feel when I think of Rage Against the Machine. He also asked who went to work on Monday, and then he followed up with who drives a real vehicle in the winter and who drives one of those small pansy Hot Wheels cars.
So ironically,
You're back.
Yeah, you're back.
How do you classify a pansy car?
Like a Ford Focus?
Apologies for anyone out there that drives a Ford Focus.
Hocus pocus, baby. But
I want to look up what the word. Oh, like what does the word pansy mean? Like, is it like dainty because flowers?
Yeah, like a Nancy boy.
A what boy?
A Nancy boy?
what does that mean?
I've never heard that sound.
Like a flamboyant, like a very feminine man.
Is that what it means?
Yes.
Nancy boy?
Nancy boy.
I just thought that was
Nancy
like
or fancy?
Nancy. A Nancy boy.
You're Nancy, huh?
Interesting.
Nails done, hair done, everything did.
Okay, Kembo, one, give us an example of what you define as as a pansy Hot Wheels car.
Kempo.
Because when I what did I say?
You're still
Oh,
saying
I thought you corrected me. I thought with the way you said Kempo, I thought.
Oh,
I
I
said
was
it
gonna
wrong.
say I want him to name 3 cars right now that would classify as those
Yeah.
Nancy
Because here's the
boy
thing:
Hot
when
Wheel
I
cars.
when I bought my car, I got a Hot Wheels with it. So I just want to make sure.
Did you?
Did you?
Like
Yeah,
from
it
Kia?
was sick. It was a Kia Stinger Hot Wheels. And I was like, yo, that's fucking sick.
But like, where
That's
did you
pretty-
get the car?
what'd you
from?
do
Like,
with it?
From the dealer?
I gave it to Ben. But now it's cute because now when Ben's playing with his cars, he'll be like, "That's Uncle Matt's car." I'm like, "Yeah, that is my car."
That's sick.
And he
So-
he dunks into water and he's like, and Uncle Matt's dead. It's like, okay.
Just keep smashing that car.
So, he wants to be clear that Lee has made what the definition is, not him. He's
What definition?
of what pansy is, I guess.
Is it Pansy like a... Actually, I guess Pansy's more of like a coward.
Well, you've made your statement. So...
Yeah, can someone Google it? Can someone Google see how accurate I am?
Wait, pansy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pansy.
Emma thinks that he's referring to Lee's Honda Civic.
Oh, hell no. No, Kempo wouldn't say that about me.
Okay, pansy, a popular cultivated viola with flowers.
Don't
in
tell me
rich
about the
colors.
flower. Don't tell me about the flower.
Perfect.
You have to Urban Dictionary it.
Yeah, I got it right here. Offensive, a weak or effeminate man or boy uses the term
Effeminate, yeah.
effeminate
Feminine.
as a term of abuse and disparagement. B, offensive, a gay man used as a term of
Nancy
abuse and disparagement. Pansy, adjective.
I don't know.
Offensive.
I was right.
What's disparage? I've never heard of that word either.
I could be saying it wrong because I don't know how to read.
Yo,
The fact
Speaking-
that Emma drew the connection to me and my Honda Civic means
Yeah.
that she has some subconscious thoughts about my car. Take a fucking hike. You know what? Next time you want to go somewhere, ride your bike.
She can't talk shit. Doesn't she drive an Elantra? That's like
Your
the worst
bike-
of the worst.
Thank you. That thing revs up like when I go from 0 to 20, that thing revs up like
My
I'm on a fucking
toilet is
highway.
louder than a Elantra revving its engine.
That's kind of true.
Yo, but does it go into sport mode without braking?
Okay, relax. That's aggressive. It was my first time doing it.
For those
Thank
of you
you.
that don't know,
It was my
I
first
think we
time
told
doing
the
it.
story on the podcast once. Literally, I'm sitting with Lee. We're driving home from work back in the shoe me days, and I was like, "Bro, have you ever put this thing in sport?" I was like, "You ever put this thing in sport mode?" He's like, "No." He switches into sport mode, and all of a sudden he revs, and it goes so loud, and then all of a sudden it just like dies, and we're just like, "What the fuck happened?" And legit, I don't know what happened, but like you had to bring it in for repairs, right?
Since then, no. I didn't bring it in repairs. No, it was good. It was good. But since then, I've used sport mode several times, and it's hype. It's hype.
Yeah, it literally was like, and it just like
I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
And I'll never forget. You looked at me in the eyes, and I felt so. I'm like, I just broke this dude. I just broke this.
I was
dude's car.
shook. Oh no! You know what? You're right. I did have to take.
You have to bring it.
You're right. I missed work. Remember, I missed work because I had to go take it for repairs. Yes, you're absolutely right. I forgot about that.
My car doesn't have sports mode capabilities. Can you guys fix it?
Not ready. It's too pansy.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Hilarious.
What does the S stand for at the bottom? Shit.
no service.
Yes, service fee.
Service mode.
I love my car.
Yeah, it instantly turns off your car and calls CAA as soon as you press S.
Yo, that like
Incredible.
your face. I can vividly remember. Like we looked at each other, and I was like stunned. I was like, this guy's literally car because of a suggestion that I just made.
So I was in your car for a different time, I guess, and it also stalled. But I think
Yeah, that's because you're fucking bitch ass.
what was that? I was changing the volume normally.
No, you kept,
told- yeah,
you
we
kept
told that
playing the
story
same
too.
song. You kept playing the same song over and over. I'm like, fuck you, Lucas. Stop touching my stereo. So I turned it off, but I was still in drive, so I couldn't turn it back on and we're in traffic. Yeah, we told the story, but yeah, that was your fault. That's not even my fault. That's your fault.
We're playing Party Rock Anthem because we're having a rough day.
It was the Dagny backbeat. You
Oh.
kept playing it over. It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Yo, for Dagny backbeat, that or the remix.
The
both
remix
fantastic.
is called the SJUR remix, but they're both
Yes.
they're
And
like
just so
two
you know,
different songs.
It has the capability to make your automatic car stall.
Powerful song. Powerful song.
Kempo said here, any vehicle that is tiny little freak machine that only has 2-wheel drive and it says it fits 4 people, but everyone knows only 2 fit in it. And it sounds like a sewing machine when you hit the gas.
Okay, so I don't think that ain't me, right?
A sewing machine hitting the gas actually sounds somewhat accurate with some really shitty cars.
Yeah, like a Honda Civic.
I can fit 5 people comfortably.
2 in the trunk and then 3 in the car. So.
Yo, Carl's a little bitch, eh? Shows up now and dissing people.
No,
Fuck Carl.
right?
Fuck Carl.
One thing. We didn't answer Kempo. Kempo asked how many of us went to work on Monday. I work from home, so I did. Still.
Here's the thing.
I went to work.
I literally stranded 2 cars on the road and spent my whole day getting them back on the driveway. So that was a bitch. But Lukasz, such a little prick. I call him, telling him like I can't make it. Like, bro, like I'm stuck. I was like, did you make it out of your driveway? He's like, first thing he says is, all-wheel drive, baby. And I was like, fuck you, man. Like, this guy's just insulting my... Like, you piece of it.
Wait, so, okay, let me just
Yes.
confirm one thing. So your car does have only 2-wheel drive?
Yes.
Front wheel.
It's front wheel drive. Yes, it is.
Okay.
But
Is your Stinger?
Am-
Is your Stinger all-wheel?
Of course.
Well, because they say, like, standard, it's just rear wheel, and you...
No,
and all-wheel
the
is an
Stingers
option.
only come in... No, I think Stingers
No.
only come in...
No,
AWD.
I looked it up. No, I looked it up.
No, you're just a hater.
I looked it up. It's all rear wheel with AWD as an option. Do you even know your car? You even know what you're driving? God,
No.
This guy thinks he's driving a Corolla or something.
Helsley, you are you gonna be less upset when you get your Chevy?
Yes, I will be.
So why didn't you?
I will be so happy when I get my Chevy.
What pushed you to the Chevy versus the Kia EV6?
I wanted to pick up. I want to pick up truck.
You want to pick up chicks? Is that what you just said? Jesus,
Both.
That's fucked up.
I would like both. But yeah, I wanted to pick up truck. Obviously EV. Between the Ford and the Chevy right now, I'm still keeping my eye out for when the Ram EV gets announced. But yeah, right now it's looking like the Chevy. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, I had recently upgraded to an all-wheel drive SUV, and the Monday of that snowstorm is when I made an appreciation post because I was so happy being able to get to and from work with 0 issues. And it sucked though because as I was passing intersections going southbound, north and southbound were plowed, which completely fucked over east and west because the plows then just made like a 5-foot wall on each side of the intersection.
Yeah.
So I saw people literally with the like pulling shovels out of their trunk because they knew it was gonna happen, and just going to town. And I was like, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna help them.
Fuck no.
I should have rolled down my window. All-wheel drive, baby.
Yo, so you know that reminds me of. Okay, so there's this one time I'm driving to work, and I get to this intersection where I'm trying to go straight. And I know I'm stuck at a red light that it's going to be a long red light. So I'm just chilling there, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I've got time to get to work, but I'm just chilling there. The guy in the right lane next to me, I guess is impatient. So instead of going through, he makes the right turn, does a U-turn over the island to go straight across. And then while he does that, he winds down his window and looks at me as he's driving perpendicular to me and like sticks his tongue out. He's like, ha ha! And I was like, bro, I don't care. What did I have to do with this? It was just so aggressive. And I was like,
you're so ugly.
I should have. But it was like 7 a.m. And I'm like, what? Why did that just happen? It was the weirdest.
You like made his day, dude. Like as soon as he wrecked you, I bet he went to work and he's like, I beat this Civic in a race. Yo, they all think they can race me.
This fucking pussy was stuck at the light. And I was like, bro, like, what
Yo, how do you know he was on his way to work and not on his way home from work?
Fuck, he could have been. He could have been.
But maybe he was just finished running a wagon on your mom. So
Yo, Kempo, what kind of...
I'm telling my mom you said that.
By the way.
No, I was saying maybe it was the guy.
So when are you supposed to be getting your Chevy?
2024, spring of 2024.
2024.
I got like 2 years roughly.
Bro, that sounds like we're at a point now where every year in the future sounds like a year that's like not real.
Right?
2025 sounds ridiculous.
I'm not gonna be alive for that. That's way in the future. What? My wife to be was telling me I think yesterday that apparently us talking about the 90s is equivalent to being in the 90s talking about the 60s.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the 60s. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
We're fucking
Back in
old.
the 90s.
We're fucking old, guys.
Yeah, we're getting there. Speaking of which, because I read a news article which sparked my age because the suspect in it was age 27. I don't know if you guys have heard this news article, and I'm gonna explain why it's relevant and why I'm gonna send it to you. A Foot Locker manager in Brampton
Yes.
recorded himself having
Yes.
sex with and ejaculating customer shoes. Now, let me tell you something. The reason why this article caught my eye, not because I do that, because I went to school with this guy. I know him.
Did you? You know him?
I'm not gonna say his last name because it's blurred in here. His name's Darian.
Can you say, oh my god.
And basically
Can you
what he
out
did.
people like that? It's blurred in there. Can you just talk about it openly like that?
What?
Never mind. It's way too late.
Sorry, real quick. Carl says, Sandy says, fuck off. If you're old, what is she? Ancient. Ancient is what
Yeah, I
she
heard
is.
she had a pet dinosaur.
Yeah, didn't she? She's only around to chaperone our hangouts, right? Sandy, I love
Okay,
you.
go
I'm joking.
go on.
I
Lucas.
love you.
So it started off because I saw like the picture, didn't think anything of it, didn't say anything. Then I went to the video. I'm like, I know this guy. I have him on Snapchat, which is apparently where he posted
I've
this
seen
video.
his dick.
But I'm not active on Snapchat. But basically, what it is, it's him naked. He's a manager of Foot Locker. Him naked in the Foot Locker because he used to do like post videos with his friends, I guess. And he's like, "Yo, I'm naked in Foot Locker again, episode 37." Or like, I don't know what fucking episode. But the thing is that was really weird. It's like, why the fuck are you ejaculating in shoes? And he confessed,
Yes.
apparently, to ejaculating and carrying his bodily fluid out to customers' orders. And there's a person who took a picture, and I know it's not funny. It's so funny. Of like just jizz on their soul. How do you do that and you think, oh, the customer's not gonna complain? It's fine. Like,
Yo, but
who wouldn't complain?
didn't the article say that he fucked the shoe then ejaculated in it?
Is what it says, but
Which is hilarious. Like, just like the wording on that is perfect. Like I mean, I don't think they said he fucked the shoe, but they said like he had sex with the shoe, then ejaculated into it. It's like,
no.
Okay, hold on.
The funniest part of the article for me was, especially in COVID-19, Foot Locker has failed to meet customer expectations. No shit. No one's expecting jizz in their
COVID-19
shoe.
or not, COVID-19 or not, no one wants any jizz in their shoes, unless it's their
Like
own.
you try them on, they're like, wow, these fit, so they're so sticky.
I thought it was shocking.
My feet aren't moving anywhere in these.
I thought it was shocking that I knew this guy. And then I started looking at comments. It's all my friends being like, holy shit, I know this guy. And I was like, yep, that's him.
Like, no wonder my gym shoes were the worst.
It's extra grip.
Oh, yeah, his deadlifts
That's
are probably
weak.
sick.
When-
He's probably
when
still
I-
connected for his deadlifts. Ah!
I initially thought that they were gonna say that they knew he worked at Foot Locker because in the video that he was wearing like the fucking stripe.
It was Machine Gun Kelly at his proposal.
So, how do you think it started? Do you think he looked at a Nike shoe and he's like, you know what? Just do it.
That's hot. That shit's hot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, Air Force One.
And why record it?
Matt,
Why?
he passed by new shoes like,
Yo, what if it was like a big OnlyFans thing? Like, what if you had an OF account that was like huge for, like,
Yeah,
people
hey,
would
maybe.
post what shoe they want to see fuck next? Like,
Yo, legit, he'd probably make more money on that than working at Foot Locker. So he's probably still winning. He's probably still winning.
that's interesting.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, here I want to. Sorry, that's nuts. And yeah, it's a small world, eh? You never thought.
yo, I hope I see him in a high school reunion so I can ask him about it.
Yo,
okay,
how is that shoe?
High school reunion a thing?
They are. I think it's not as popular
really
in
a thing?
Canada. I think in States it's more of a thing. I know.
Like, would you go to one if your class had one?
No, but I know people
I'd
in my
probably
high
go.
school.
I'd go to mine.
I'd go.
Why wouldn't you go to yours, Lucas?
I didn't like anyone in high school, but I know people in my high school who do mini high school reunions like with their like squad of like 10 people.
Oh, fuck them.
But
I know people who have been friends since high school. I was in the group, but then I phased my way out over the years.
You probably sucked at
Why?
COD, so they got rid of you.
Yeah, basically. Okay, hold on. I want to jump back here. There was some good conversation. So, Kempo, we asked him what kind of car does he drive. This was his response. I have 3 cars, but my wife claims ownership to all of them, so I actually own none. The one that he's allocated is a Hyundai Santa Fe. He gave the year. I don't know why he gave me the year, but that's pretty pansy too. So I don't know why you're talking shit about Lee's Civic. If your ownership vehicle, he does have a bike.
Fuck
he
you,
says,
Carl. Fuck you,
which,
Carl.
and
Carl.
Wait.
I mean,
Why are we
Campo.
dissing Santa Fe? Mini Mac drives a Santa Fe.
I'm not dissing them. I'm just sharing collective feedback that's been portrayed. I'm phasing in and out of existence. What does that mean?
Because of your background, you keep disappearing into the background when you move. Yeah.
Do I?
Oh,
My arms. My arms. Yeah. So sorry, I disrupted our conversation for that. I'm reading some of the other points, but
I've got a decent topic that maybe we could dive into a little bit.
yeah, let's do it.
Shout out to my wife to be for bringing this to my attention. I don't know if you guys are aware
You
of
just
like
honestly claimed it was your own thought.
my own original topic that I'd love to talk about. I'll take all the credit for. No, not sure if you guys are aware of. I already hate myself for wanting to talk about this, and she set me up for this shit. So, god damn it. She knows I hate this Kardashian shit, and she always talks about it like it's like she'll call me back. Oh my god, did you know Chloe did this with blah blah? I'm like, babe, I don't care. Like they are not part of my life. I don't give a shit about whatever's going on. But she brings up a decent point because it evolves into a bigger topic. But like this whole shindig with Kim and Kanye separating, and apparently she's keeping her kids from him. So like she wouldn't. So apparently one of his I don't even know the name of the kids, but it was his daughter's birthday, and Kim
Kanye's daughter.
Right. So Kim wouldn't share the time and venue with Kanye, basically keeping him away from the birthday party. And he was obviously a little pissed about it. He's like, I want to be an active father in this kid's life, blah, 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 this and that. Long story short, Travis Scott ended up texting him all the information. He was able to go spend the birthday with his child. Great, cool. Travis Scott did something good.
To make up for what happened.
Exactly, right? One birthday at a time. So I think what the conversation really evolves into is how you think parents who split up should handle children.
Tough, because I think it depends on the parents, like how they are as people.
And the fallout, I suppose, like how things went down before they separated.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's a relevant point. I think that's fair. Like, for example, if the father was being physically abusive to the mother, hell yeah, keep your kids from them. Like, that's a safety concern, for sure.
Yeah. Even if,
but
they're
like,
if they're shitty people?
Who's to determine that, though? By whose judgment?
What if everyone?
Okay.
Like, everyone collectively agrees.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? That's the interesting part about this specific situation. And I mean, none of us know him well enough to really comment, but everyone knows that society has this preconceived notion that Kanye West is not mentally stable.
Yeah.
So that's a fair argument to be like, yo, he's not fit to be around my kids kind of thing. But again, I know that is not a fair comment for me to make, knowing and never.
You don't
knowing
know Kanye, bro.
I don't fucking know him. No, exactly, right? So that's not fair for me to say. But I see how that could be a thing. Yeah, Emma says something interesting about like not respecting boundaries and stuff. Still though, like don't like, where do you draw the line between issues between me and my partner and dragging my kids into it? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the problem. That's how it shows you're a shitty person when you start dragging your kids into it.
Unless it's a genuine concern.
Yes.
It's a genuine concern, but like something like that, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's your kid's birthday, and your kid definitely wants the father to be there. I mean, unless like he's a threat, just let him come. Like, I don't see why you're gonna withhold your kid from seeing the parent. Like, that's kind of messed.
Yeah, the whole custody thing is also an interesting topic that I get it because there has to be some sort of routine, otherwise everything's up in the air and it's just chaos. But the fact that I have to follow a specific routine to see my own child, like, we look at it outside of a societal perspective and just a nature perspective, like, that's kind of whack.
But that's just
I can't see my own spawn whenever I want.
Well, you can. I mean,
I mean, how are you gonna look from a nature perspective? even further back than that is your prime reason for existence is
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
to pass your genetics down. So realistically, the whole
Meaning of life.
monogamy. Well,
Yeah, that too.
It's like
Sure.
that concept is societal structure, not necessarily like natural, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
That's
absolutely.
like in nature. You think of it. One like a lot of animals when they have kids, they just like you're at a certain age, fucking you better make it. And then they separate.
Isn't that the
It's crazy.
crazy thing? Like, isn't it something like a lion at 3 months old can hunt for itself, or something like that? Maybe it's not lion.
Ari is 3 months old and she's just learning to spin around like a hands on a clock.
That's right.
And we're like, yo, you're doing great, baby.
You got this. You got like humans.
It's
We take a
very
long ass time.
Yeah.
We take
Yeah,
a
we do.
long ass time. I'm sure.
yeah, but I mean, like, the
So-
custody thing is like more so just mandatory things where it's like, okay, like you should take, like you have to take your daughter, but ultimately it's the parents who are like, hey, you want to take the kid for an extra day here and there? Like, I mean, I think that's where the parents
Up
have
to
to
the
really,
discretion.
yeah, debate
The
that.
part that boggles me too is like when they're like, nah, not today. I'm like, wait, what? No, I mean, that's your baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's weird. I think that's weird. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's one of those things that I can't speak to until I'm in the situation. But yeah, I imagine it would have been something like I'm always counting down till the day where I get to see my kid,
Mhm.
instead of being like,
Agreed.
you keep him today. I kind of want to go hang out with the boys, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine that being the case, but who knows? Maybe my kid's gonna be annoying as fuck, and that's exactly what I want to do.
Again, we'll revisit these episodes or these
Yeah.
comments when we all have kids like 5 years down the road. And,
Yeah, exactly.
And then our kids watch our podcast and be like, why you talk so much shit about me,
Yo,
Dad?
What the fuck? They make their
That's
own
why you wanna
podcast,
go out with
talk
the
shit about
boys.
us. Yeah.
Causing a Ruckus Jr.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, and Carl makes a good point. He said that. Oh, sorry, not Carl. Sorry, Carl. I take that back, Carl. That's not a good point on your part.
Carl
Kempo
never
made
makes
a
good
good-
points.
Yeah, Kempo made a good point. He said divorce is a mess. There's no one answer that fits all because it's very, very specific to each scenario.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other thing I think of weird. I was talking to Kel about this too the other day was the concept of like being famous is like I don't think I could do it. Like I don't think I would enjoy the fame because it's like you don't have like the concept of having a personal life doesn't exist when you're famous
Yeah.
because whenever someone sees you in public, they're like, holy shit, it's fucking Lee from Causing a Ruckus. Can I get a picture? Like
That's
you
my
can't-
life right now. That's my life right now.
Like you can't eat dinner in peace. You know what I mean? Like people are always asking you to get pictures. Paparazzi are always trying to pop pictures of you. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be so draining.
Yeah,
And I think that's the whole like I think that's a piece of it that a lot of people don't like take into account. And we
Mhm.
brought this up because Kel's been watching the show Cheer on Netflix about like the cheerleaders, and like one I've like periodically come down and she's watching it. And I'll like I'll sit there for like 5 minutes and like see it. But one, it's like hella intense. Like not that you see it and you're like, yeah, that's like a dainty sport. Like it's fucking physical as shit. It's crazy. But the other thing, the reason it came up was because they were talking about how these kids are like, some of them are like 16 and they're, because of TikTok, like insanely famous. And they're like, the stress of that is crazy because it's like their lives are scheduled. Like they have all these, they got to make their shows or their commercial shoots. I'm like, I don't think people look at it like that because people just want the money that comes with it. They don't want the stress of like, you have an image to uphold. Like you have to be like, especially if you're famous, you have to be conscious of everything you do
and everything you say. Just the filtering of what you say on social media and stuff like that to me is what would be my downfall. If I was ever famous, I would get myself dragged under because I'd say something like incorrect.
Well, I think it depends on how you build your fame too, though. Like there are some famous people who can do whatever they want because they've built that reputation. For example, like Bill Burr, Ricky Gervais. They can live as free as they want, and no one can touch them. Well, yeah, because they're comedians, but also because they've been real from the get-go. Like that's the.
Is that specific to you think, or is that more relevant to people who are famous because of comedy? Like Dave Chappelle's another great example of that.
Yeah,
like
Dave Chappelle's another good example.
But it doesn't take away from the fact that maybe he doesn't have to filter himself, but like he can't go anywhere without people stopping him to be like, holy shit, it's Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Like that.
Do you think that part's
would
that
suck.
taxing?
I think that would suck.
I think the
like it would be
I
cool
can see it getting
to see
old.
fans
Well-
all the time, but it's like I think you get tired of it.
yeah,
It's gotta be
maybe
like, I just want to go out in peace. You know what I mean? Like I just want to. You can't ever think you're gonna go out and it be like an uneventful
yeah, I know what you mean.
experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I see how that can get draining, but I also think, like, I think the biggest part, the most taxing part is like, you need to take into consideration what the media is going to think of your actions and live by that. So I think if you put in the foundation to be able to live your life as free as possible, for example, again, like I said, Ricky Gervais, Dave Chappelle, yada, yada, like any of those guys, then I think it takes a lot of stress off of being a celebrity. I mean, again, what the fuck do I know? I only have like 50 people a day asking for my autograph. But so
We'll revisit it in 5 years when we have like
famous.
a 7 o'clock prime time.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
episode.
Yeah,
Episode
for,
on Netflix.
I think it would be super exhausting is that you almost have something to keep up. Because, like, think about people who are, like, world-renowned comedians, right? Like, do you think that they always have to try to be funny when they meet someone? Because, like, oh, like, they
No.
know me for being
No.
funny, so I
Not
have
the
to
good
have
ones.
this facade.
Not the good ones.
Yes, not the
That,
good
or,
ones.
like, just people who are, like, one day you're down to do autographs, talk to fans, but there's going to be that day where, like, honestly, I'm just having a shitty day right now. I don't want to fuck with anyone, and people approach you. You're just like, sorry, I'm not interested, and, like, asshole. And it's like, wow, okay. Like, I bet you they deal with that all the time.
But at that
really
point, it's
call
on
that-
them.
Yeah.
You don't think that's on the like? For example, there was that time. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. I hate myself for the things
Kanye?
I'm bringing up today.
Hailey
No,
Bieber?
no. I was actually just thinking of Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber pulls up to his apartment building, and there's a bunch of people out there being like, "Hey, okay." He's like, "Yo, guys." He's like, "I'm down to like meet you wherever." He's like, "But this is my home. Like, this is where I go to relax. Like, you guys need to respect that. You can't camp outside of my house. Like, this is fucked." And then the girl's like, "Oh, can I get a hug?" He's like, "No. Like, this is my place where I get to escape all of that shit out there." And like, no one said anything about it. Everyone's just kind of like, "Yeah, I get it. I dig it." Like that's fair. Like the only people who are gonna shit on that are the shitty people who everyone's gonna look at and be like,
No.
"Well, you're fucking
They're probably
ridiculous."
like,
Anyways,
I get it.
well, they
they're
were.
still-
That's
they're still
exactly. That's
recording.
exactly what happened. That is
That's
exactly
what I mean.
what
That's exactly it, though. Like it's. I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
happened. I don't think.
I don't know if I'm cut out for it.
I think it would be a lot, but I don't think it would be enough to deter me from it. And I mean, not like I'm really chasing fame, anyways. I don't really give a shit. But I'm just saying, if I were famous, I don't think it would be enough to really make me hate it. But what do I know? Let's find out when I'm famous.
Cheers to 10 o'clock.
We're famous.
I'm gonna release. No,
Guys,
I
this guy's
I
so
meant for my
selfish.
nudes. Well, I meant for my nudes. I was just gonna say I'm gonna release my nudes soon.
Are they going to be NFTs?
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Take a quick one here. Kempo asks, does anyone here drive standard, and if so, what vehicle and whose did you learn on? No, I don't drive standard. Never learned.
I did this thing and I kept up with the times.
I would though. I would. I've actually been thinking about getting one of the race car, like the steering wheel and pedals for my computer to game
Really?
some cool ass driving games on it. Yeah,
Did you
and I
play a
think
lot of
I
racing
could
games?
learn from there. Yeah, I'd play. There's one called Beam NG Drive,
Hmm.
and it's like a physics. It's more of a physics engine than driving. But they make these like really. The physics is like one of the best physics simulators you can get, but they have like really good like driving mechanics too. So I'd maybe look at that.
Huh.
But yeah, what about you, Lucas? Ever drive standard?
I have never driven standard, but I did want to learn. The one time I was going to learn, my dad was like, "Yo, like, I can teach you standard. Like, the car I have a standard." It was a Camaro SS that was like supercharged and had like 500 horsepower. I'm like, "Dad, if I destroy this, like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm not gonna learn to drive on this sports car."
Yeah.
And I even debate going because you can go to driving school that they put you in an instructor's vehicle that is standard, and I debate doing that because I'm like, honestly, I don't care if I fuck up an instructor's car. Fuck it. You know what I mean? It's covered.
They're like pissed, like they see someone like you for the first time just destroying the transmission.
Well,
like, no,
But that's
man.
that's the whole point is that they have a beater for people to learn standard on. Like that's their whole course is that you learn standard with them.
Yeah.
So I've debated doing that, but to be honest, like what good is it for me to spend money and learn something that I'm never gonna use?
Well, here's the thing. To bring that up, Carl said most rentals in Europe are manual, so learn so you can enjoy life
You mean
abroad.
Uber?
That's yeah, legit, honestly. And honestly, Europe has some pretty good transit, so
Yes.
public transit.
Europe's transit is also really nice.
So don't give him kudos, Kempo. That's a dog shit idea.
Yeah. Trains and wagons in Poland.
Kempo also wants to know who came up with the Bieber balls. I don't know if you're talking about Tim Biebs, but obviously Justin Bieber did.
Beaver balls! Beaver balls! That's what they are. That's what they are now. Beaver balls. You nasty, Kempo. Shit.
And then Jake asked, "Are any of y'all doing dry February?" I didn't even do dry January, so I'm not gonna start in February.
I'm doing dry anything. I'm getting ready for Mexico.
Oh, it's because Jake had a bet with his he's gonna kill me for saying this. His girlfriend. No, he's not his girlfriend. No, not his girlfriend. He's gonna give me so much shit for saying that.
Jake.
They had a bet that he could stay sober. He didn't drink with us on New Year's, and it was between this girl and him. She couldn't smoke and he couldn't drink, and it was the first one to break, and she broke first. So
nice, good work.
Here,
good
cheers,
work, Jake.
well, cheers to you winning.
Cheers.
Yeah, he literally just said, "LOL, what the fuck."
Cheers, Jake.
Cheers, bud. Way to go. You won the bet.
My girl and I have a similar thing going on. It kind of started off with me wanting to get ready for Lee's wedding in Mexico in April.
Bye.
But I kind of made it into a little bet. So I noticed that I was drinking too much coffee, and I was also just eating out a lot, spending a lot of stupid money. So the rule was that I can't have any caffeine other than the pre-workout I have to work out. That I was cutting out all like pop. So no pop, no caffeine, no eating out at restaurants, or the only time I'll get food is from grocery stores, and no spending money on shit I don't need. AKA, I'm only spending money on necessities. Now, necessities are stuff that I will use on a day-to-day basis. Like obviously, if I buy protein powder, that's not a necessity. But stuff that I use, it helps. Like, for things I actually need.
Yeah. That's a good health thing too. Yeah.
And then so my girl is basically doing the same thing, but with just junk food. And our rule is whoever breaks it first has to buy the other person a dog. That's our bet.
That's big.
Doc, you're getting a dock? Where are you gonna put your dock?
Our dock? I'm gonna put it right on your cottage. I'm gonna take it over piece by piece. I'm gonna install a dock. Then I'm gonna install that.
Game of risk.
Eventually, I'm just gonna break down the cottage and put a new one right on top of it. Fucking power move.
Conquer. It's funny. Actually, me and my lady have our own bet going on too, or challenge, I guess. And it's that if she ever annoys me, I punch her in the head, and she lost on day one. So it didn't go well. Maybe we'll try again next month.
I was wondering why I haven't heard from Emma.
I don't have anything like that, so I'm sorry.
A girlfriend?
I should try. Either.
No, I did make a challenge myself to just I reviewed my financial planning, and I just said,
Nice.
I'm gonna try to set. I was always at. I don't know if you guys do this when you guys go to the bank or you do your financial planning. I do it with a friend of mine, Joe. Shout out to Joe. But I do it, and he's like, how much do you spend on like food in a month? Like, let's say not groceries, like Uber Eats. And I'll say like $150 a month. And then I like look through my credit card statements. I was like, yo, we need to change the number. but I'm, you're trying to bullshit. Like, you don't want you make it look like, oh, I'm so conservative with my money. Like, I spend it, and then you're like looking, and then like you break it into all these categories. And I looked at them and reviewed them, and literally all the numbers I initially gave when we did this like a couple months ago, I was like twice as much a month. I was like, holy Christ. So I left it, and I said, because I want to enjoy it, so I'm like, I'm gonna leave it, but I'm gonna be more strict on like I need to stick to that number that I'm putting now. Like if I'm getting close to it in a month, then like, because I've been living that like, well, if I want to get something, I'm gonna do it because life's too short. You don't want to, I want to enjoy it while I'm here. But it's like I'm trying to now set myself with, I don't know, it's more of like a self-control thing where it's like, yeah, I can get it, but I have this budget in place. Let me stick to the budget. Because he said like the people that are like the uber wealthy, it's like you do this exercise, like this is how much you spend, you include all of your expenses and shit, and then there's a number that's left, and it's like this is how much extra monthly spend you have, and then you can look, so like I'm gonna save more or whatever. He's like the people that are ultra uber, he's like these numbers are like less than, they're like 2-digit numbers. There's like they have at the end of a month they've allocated all their funds, like their spending, like their groceries, their shopping is down to like a spare like $20 a month. And I'm like, I want to challenge myself. So I said I'll start with like, maybe $200 spare to spend or to move around, but allocate it to like things that I like to do, like the way I'm living right now.
Mhm.
But I wanted to be firm with that because I'm like, the only way to get there is to do it, right? Like I can't be better with managing my money if I'm just like, yeah, like I have a goal, like a plan, but if I'm just gonna sometimes break the plan, like then what the fuck's the point?
So speaking of the whole spending thing and like you end up searching your bank statements, I did that one time where my ex and I were talking about who spends more money on Uber Eats. We're kind of having like a discussion. I'm like, I feel like I buy a lot of shit to your house. Like I don't even have my address on Uber Eats yet because how often I order here, and we're talking about like, how much do you think you spend? And we're both talking like monthly, and it, kind of the same thing. And she had come up with like, oh, I think I spend like $50 a month, and I'm like, I probably spend north of 100, and she's like, no way. We checked, and she like spent like 200, and I spent like 500 once, and I was like, yo, what am I buying?
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
It's one of those things where you like you look at it and you put down the phone, and you're like, oh, I think I got scammed. Like, what the fuck?
That's the thing.
How
like,
much of this can I fight?
an Uber Eats meal for two, let's say, is like $40 with the delivery, cheap food. It's cheap.
That's a cheap
food.
one. Yeah.
And you do that like especially now with COVID, you don't want to go out. Especially in the winter, it's cold. You do that 3 times a week, or it's $120 a week. Yeah. Right? And you're just like, yeah, we just fucking bought McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, it adds up so quick. And that's the only way to get on top of that is to like, I was never the kind of person that was like looking at my statements every month. I'd just be like, oh, what's the bill? Whatever, pay it. But like looking into like what you're spending and all these new financials, like all the banks break it down for you. Like, what are you spending your money on? Like they show you. And it's like right in your face. Like, this is how much you spent on like food, like outside of groceries. Yeah. And it's crazy. So I'm trying to, trying to be more stern on that. And Jake makes a great point. The amount of stacks of breakfast place in Georgetown. Literally, I think every weekend someone at the house is buying stack for the house, and I'm like, that right there is probably like $80. And if your budget's like $100 for the month, bro, it's one weekend and you're done.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like it's all these microtransactions that add up. Because I was having the same
100%.
problem with Tim Hortons, where I'd go for a coffee once a day. That's $2 a day.
I still go.
But then every once in a while, there's the 2 for $5 farmers wraps. 2 for $6 if you're me.
For you. Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I have 2 for $5? Fuck yeah. So I get that in a coffee. And it's like, so one day $7. And it's like, eventually throughout the week, I spent $20 on just coffees. And it's also like, I don't even need this caffeine. Dude, I don't need to have caffeine. I can just drink water. Realistically, because I'm so used to it.
The problem though is that the coffee that you get from Tim Hortons, you can never make it as good at home. And that's how they get you. I don't know what it is that they put in it, but like I have that problem right now is like even when I'm working from home, sometimes in the morning I'll go literally just to grab a tea from Tim Hortons because I can't make it the same way at home. Like if I make it at home, I'll have like 3 sips and I'm just like, it's not the same.
Why don't you just try harder?
Oh, fuck. I wish I thought. Let me make a note.
For me, it's not even that issue. For me, it's just like when you really look at it and you're like, oh, it's only like $2 for a coffee. It's nothing. That's what gets me. Because it's not about if I can make it at home or not.
5 days a week is insane.
It's also the convenience.
But I do that. And that's where I've built that in because that's something I'm like, I'm okay to spend that. Like I've included that as part of like the amount of money that I'm willing to say, yeah, I'll spend this money in a year type thing. I'm like, yeah, fuck, I'll do it. I don't care. Especially when I'm going into the office. When I'm going to the office, 100% every day. But at home, some days I can go without it. Some days sometimes it's just my excuse to get out of the house. I'll go for a drive, go grab my morning drink, and then come back home. But honestly, financial planning, man. It's fun stuff.
Food is one of those things I don't mind spending money on. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to eat, but like, food is one of the best things that I could spend my money. I get it. You go to the grocery store, you make stuff at home, you save a little bit of money for sure. I get it.
And sometimes you can make really good meals, and you feel good. You're like, like, there's sometimes where a home cooked meal just fucking hits home. But go on, sorry, I don't want to take your point though.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying.
Go.
So what I'm trying to say is, no, but like, if you buy good food, like. Fuck it. One day for lunch, Lukasz and I bought fried rice and General Tao from 168 Sushi. It was expensive. It was like $35, but it was a damn good
each.
Meal. Yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was expensive. It was expensive. It was like 15. Well, it was like $15 for the fried rice and like $12 for the
Bro, China ate.
Tao.
Shout out
China ate type
ate.
2. China ate type 2. But no, it's not as good. It's not as good as 168.
It doesn't matter. China eight's like $7.
It's not as good.
And you get like that's a full fucking meal. Shout out China 8, Thomas Street, Thomas and 10th line.
Yes.
Went to high school around there. It wasn't there when I was in high school, but I lived in that area for a long time. Like there'll be times where Jacob's coming home and he's like, "Yo, I'm getting China 8." I was like, "Fucking yeah, it's China 8." Like, yo, yeah, it's cheap, but it's like good for the price you pay. Like, you can't go wrong.
See, that's
$7.
That's the issue, is that, sometimes I'll like want to go to all you can eat sushi and I'll be like, I'm about to drop $40 here, but I won't drop $15 on a t-shirt I need. But realistically, I eat the food in an hour. That t-shirt's gonna last me 2 hours because I'm gonna stay in it within an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Is the food is like a one-time experience,
but it's just
to get you over for the day.
But the thing is it's an experience. It's an experience. Like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna buy a shirt. I'm gonna put the shirt on. Sick. I'm gonna look good some couple times. But the food is just so much better. Like when you buy good food for an hour and a half, you're like, fuck yeah, baby.
Or
you're just like, oh, my stomach hurts.
it's still great. But when you spend money on shitty food, that's when shit sucks.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst way you could spend your money.
I hate it.
I want to call out Carl saying Sandy won't stop saying how cute Lee looks in the hat. And then Emma said, agreed, Sandy, ! Angry face. There's a fight about to go down. No, she's angry. Oh, I'm just kidding. She's a little upset though. She's like, who the fuck is Sandy? Like, she doesn't know who Sandy is.
Jealous bitch.
Lee sees no problem spending money on food as he sits in the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yes,
Lee's a big McD's guy.
Okay,
here's the thing. Nuts.
Here's the thing. Yes, I am a big Mickey D's guy, but I haven't been lately since Emma's been gluten-free, which sucks.
Oh, okay.
Because I still crave it. I still crave it, but I don't get it.
Gluten-free providers.
McDonald's?
Yeah. When my cousin Lauren first came out as a celiac, McDonald's was her go-to place, especially after drinking, because all of their food is gluten-free. Like, it's made in an environment that supports the gluten-free.
What does she get? French fries?
No, she gets the burger, but with the lettuce wrap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Emma's too stubborn. She will not get lettuce wrap burgers because back when Lukasz was doing his keto diet, he would get lettuce wrap burgers and she would just roast him every time, and she doesn't want to give him the satisfaction of getting her back.
You know what?
So that's on her. That's fair.
Even when I'm not around, she's like,
problem.
if he finds out I'm fucked, there's no way.
Yeah. Oh, it's because I'll tell. Yeah, I'll tell Lukasz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know
hey,
what?
Lukasz, she had a fucking lettuce wrap burger yesterday. The
thing is that there's not a lot of gluten-free bread that's good. Excuse me, and that's the problem. Is that like I think you just gotta bite the bullet and admit that lettuce wraps are better than that fake ass bread shit.
Well, also because the only gluten-free burgers.
No, their burgers are gluten-free too.
I tell that all the time. I like the thing is I don't want to
trust me. My cousin was like big. Shout out to Lauren LT. She was a celiac, and she looked like she was super hardcore into all of this. And McDonald's is 100% gluten free in their burgers and shit. She's the only restaurant. Like, we would be driving home after staying away for Christmas, and she'd be like, "We have to let's get food, but we can only go to McDonald's because they're the only ones we know for sure are gluten free." And it was like, okay, yeah, well, like whatever, it is what it is. But
no. She knows that because she's had them before, and the thing is, like, I don't want to be too pushy with it, but like there are times when I'm like, I go for a McDouble, and I wait for her to be like, oh, okay, I'll get something. Yeah. She's like, oh, I don't want fries today. And I'm like, bitch, just get a fucking burger without a bun, please.
Yeah, South Street's bomb. Yeah, Kelly.
Okay,
that was Kelly's first job. South Street's pretty good.
Yeah, but
expensive though. Expensive.
So expensive,
but it's good.
So expensive.
It is good.
It is good, but like the thing is in the beginning when Emma found out she was celiac, and she wanted burgers, we went to South Street like once a week, and it's like I don't want to spend $20 on one burger once a week. So like, girl, your burgers are gonna become a treat now. Like, we can't keep doing.
Yeah,
this.
see, the one problem with McDonald's patties, I can have them as keto because they add sugar into them.
Do they?
Yeah, which sucked.
They also add sugar to the buns too.
Yeah, so I actually had to go to.
That's why they get browned and caramelized.
I had to go to A&W's, and A&W's is still bomb.
It's A&W. It's
A&W. How many times have we done this? It's not. It's A&W. It's not.
I went to A&W, and Yeah, I had to get their burgers, but you end up spending like
Jesus.
$25 for 2 teen burgers. Fucking
I'd like to
sucks.
ask. Sorry, real quick. I'd like to ask Campo. Does California Sandwich do like gluten-free
No,
shit?
their fucking buns are definitely not gluten.
But they don't have a gluten-free option.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
Cam-
give you the meat
What they do is
in like a foil wrap.
yeah, they get you the
Campo wasn't listening to the whole conversation. He's just like, fuck it. Yeah, fuck your wife, Lee.
Like, they're
You go
talking
get
about
California
food. They're talking about
sandwiches.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right, Kempo. I'm gonna go get that
What
sandwich.
happens is when you order the gluten-free veal sandwich, they take off the buns and they scrape off the breading of the veal. So like they'll just like keep smacking it with a knife until it just all falls off.
Still contaminated. Just fuck it.
I want to
I'll go
also
sandwich.
call out. I also want to call out that Kempo Consulting said eggplant smash. Is that like a sex thing related to the Hulk? You know how Hulk's.
Hey man, we just found out that someone in Brampton's been doing it to shoes. Why not do it to some eggplants too? That's where the emoji came from, the eggplant emoji actually.
Oh, fucking eggplants. That's
Okay,
wild.
okay. Let's discuss this one. Jake has a hot take. A&W's breakfast, and I can say A&W's because I'm talking about something that belongs to A&W.
Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense.
A&W's breakfast is criminally underrated.
I agree.
Jake says that they have the best hash browns, and I don't think I've had them.
I don't
because
know.
I always get a burger. But Jake, what's your favorite thing there? I've heard their coffee is like meh. But have you guys had anything else from their breakfast?
I've never had their breakfast ever.
I straight up had their breakfast platter, which came with like egg sausage and stuff, and it comes in like with a fork and a knife. Like it comes with sunny side up eggs.
Do you also come?
No. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Why did you say it comes with a fork and a knife? Like that's fucking crazy. If I order the pancakes at McDonald's, I get a fork and a knife.
I'm trying to state that it's.
If I go to
it's not food that you
Lee's, I get
pick
a
up.
fork
It's
and a
not food
knife.
that you pick up with your hands,
No.
you piece of shit.
It-
What are you gonna do?
it's
You're
so
gonna grab a
crazy.
sunny side. You're gonna
It
grab a
comes with
sunny
a
side up
fork and
egg
a
with
knife.
your bare fucking
Come
hand
in, guys,
and jiggle
yo.
the yolk,
It's-
and you're gonna be like,
it's
oh my
so
god,
crazy.
it's so yellow. Wow, look how yellow the yolk is. No,
It
you have
comes with a
fork and
fork.
knife instead.
He thinks that because
And
he
a
gets
knife.
he thinks that because he gets different deals from Tim Hortons.
I get the 2 for.
So he's like, "Do you get a fork and knife? Because I do."
No, from Tim Hortons, I got the 2 for $6, and they only involve. They give me actually just a spork. They're like, it's like everything in one. Here you go.
With the
Just-
wrap. No, I need this
They
one.
put the spork in the middle of the wrap. They're like, enjoy it, you piece of shit. 2 for $6.
Hold it together.
Yeah. You know how people put like toothpicks sometimes like in cabbage rolls and stuff to hold it together? They do that with a spork.
Fork.
Enjoy your 2 for $7.
Oh man. Yeah, Jake's going there for a hash brown, 100%.
I'll have to try it out someday. I'll have to try it. What time do they serve their breakfast? I'll try it out.
And that's the thing. Here's the thing. The reason I don't get their breakfast is because A&W is one of the few like fast food joints for burgers that they'll serve burgers at like 10 a.m. So if you go there at 10, you're like,
Yeah.
I want like an uncle burger. They'll be like, it's gonna take 5 minutes. And I was like, I don't care. Like hell yeah,
Make
I'll
it
have a
happen.
burger for breakfast. Yeah.
I
I
think
don't normally get their breakfast.
McDonald's now
Uh,
serves a crispy chicken. Early
I
in the
had it.
morning.
I actually had it. The McMuffin. It's
No,
called.
they even have the chicken
Yes,
McGriddle.
yes.
They have the chicken McGriddle, and it's pretty
Oh,
bomb.
yo, I fuck with McGriddle.
chicken, basically chicken and waffles.
Yo,
That's hype.
we've been showing
Yeah,
everyone in
yeah.
our workplace McGriddles this last year, and ever since then, every time we're in the morning, everyone's like, "Yo, McGriddles day? Are you gonna get McGriddles?"
Sometimes,
Yo, legit.
sometimes the syrup's too much. You know what I mean? Like the sweetness. Sometimes for me is just like,
No.
I could have done without the
Never,
sweetness.
never. A problem.
What's funny though is one of our coworkers, he ate like 3 McGriddles on 3 separate days, and then on like the 4th day he eats the McGriddle. And he's like, you know what, man? Like, this bun kind of tastes like a pancake. And I was like,
You're like, it is a fucking pancake.
that's what it fucking
It's
is.
not.
And he was like, what? And I was like,
It's not. It's not a
That's-
pancake. It's a hot cake.
Yes. Holy fuck, this guy, honestly, dude.
Okay. What if you don't eat it right away? You eat it 30 minutes later.
Cold cake. Done. Stupid
fuck.
question.
Fuck.
I hate this game.
Could you also call it a flapjack?
You could.
Oh
yeah.
no. That's no.
Okay, so
That's
Jake,
pansy. That's pansy as fuck.
so Jake wants this. Jake gave us this feedback. This guy's obviously a fucking expert. A&W's breakfast is only till 12, and they are insanely anal about it.
Oh, I like it. I'm going.
Let's
baby.
go, baby.
Let's go. W's.
How do you mean insanely anal? Like they don't just cut it off at noon. But if you try to order breakfast at noon, they'll actually back order it for you until the next.
Yes, no, it's
day.
sodomy,
No,
dude.
They
It's
finger your
sodomy.
butt. They finger your butthole because they're anal about it.
It's like it's 12:02.
Oh, you want breakfast now?
The-
I'll give you breakfast.
You want this little breakfast sausage? Matt, get out here! I'm just like, oh man.
It's 12 o'clock. Do you know how fucking serious this is? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh man. You know what I've heard before? I've heard that Carl makes the best pancakes, and this jackass has never made me any. Fuck him. Just so you guys know.
Thanks, Lee. Fuck that guy.
Oh, you guys have got a vendetta.
I was saying multiple times this guy's bigged up his pancakes to me. I never tasted them. So
No, because we never
Next time
stick
I come
around.
up-
We never stick
No, no.
around for breakfast.
no, this is the thing. Next time I come over, Carl, fuck your crackers and cheese platter. Make some fucking
Yo,
pancakes.
I'm down for some fucking pancakes.
What's
It's
going
honestly
on?
never too late for pancakes.
Never.
It's never too late.
Never.
Keep your cheesy crackers. I don't want the cheesy crackers. Make the pancakes. If Emma can't have them, I don't care. I can. If she can have some lettuce.
Yo, Kempo, here's the thing. Okay, one thing I want to call it quickly.
Just
Kempo
some lettuce wrapped syrup. Sorry, just had to imagine it.
Ew.
He just stacks up a bunch of lettuce-like pancakes. Just drizzles that syrup on top.
Yo, okay, hold on though. You can make. My mom made those gluten-free pancakes that Emma said was
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Unless you're lying, Emma. Are you fucking lying to my mom? That's fucked.
Liz.
That's so fucked.
To her
No, one
face
thing-
too. In her own house.
He locked me in my.
Who? I don't read cursive, so I can't read this guy's name, but Yunrent.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the. Look at Lee. Lee's so happy about it too. He's frozen. One thing I did want to call out. So Kempo, you're ending your sober January in 9 days. Can you hold off and make your first day of drinking the Friday for the podcast? Like, is that too much to ask? Like, can you wait that long? Because I know that's a long time. But
Yeah. If you could wait, or even just come drink with us in person.
jerk with us. No,
We'll
but
run
that
some
would be
wagon.
Campbell, let me know what you think about that. If you can wait until the Friday after January 31st. I know January 31st is literally a Monday. So if you can wait till that Friday to break your sobriety, it would be great to share that moment with you on our podcast.
I agree.
Because all we do here is destroy people's lives, so we want to be a part of that.
Listen, it's we got 2 minutes left. What are we thankful for?
Oh man, that was
What are you
good.
thankful for?
You know what? Honestly, I'm thankful to have Kempo back in the chat. Also, Kempo, I miss having you. Oh, am I frozen? No, Matt just stopped moving.
We just don't care.
I miss rolling with Kempo. Next time we ever see each other, I'd love to choke you. So.
Sexual. Holy shit.
Yeah, on the mats and off the mats. No, but legit,
Well,
I'm
why does
thankful.
Matt have to be there?
It's like, no, Campbell, get off.
Right on top, like Matt's like, can you guys get off me? Get off me. I am
Luke,
grateful
what do you
for
think?
gluten, so I can eat a regular burger in front of all my friends. No judgment.
Bitch.
And extra lettuce
And you-
inside.
The only other thing though is you make cauliflower bites in an air fryer like it's a big deal. So that's kind
Fuck off, man. What are you grateful for?
No, I'm grateful that I've never thought that cauliflower
All right,
bites
thanks
in the air
guys.
fryer was like
Everyone,
sick. It's like a sick fucking deal.
cauliflower bites are pretty hype, man. If you ever had buffalo cauliflower bites, they're pretty hype.
Stop. Just stop. You can't end on this note. What is wrong
I'm
with
grateful for cauliflower
Okay, how about
bites.
this? We'll
What
end
is
with one.
going on?
We'll end with one last question. Jake says, Uber Eats available anytime at where he lives. What's the latest you've ever made an Uber Eats order? I'd say like 2:30. I think.
Woof.
Super.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like PM?
yeah, that's late for me. I go to bed at 3.
That's wild.
Yeah.
No, like 8:30.
I think one time. 8:30.
We got Uber
Yes.
Eats the night that Jake Paul fought, like at like 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, wild.
The fight or the fact that we ordered the food?
Both.
Right when he hit the knockout, we pressed order place, and we thought ever since then, every time we place an order, someone gets knocked out.
Someone
it's
someone
probably
in the
fair,
world
actually.
gets knocked
Someone-
out when you place an order.
I think that's
Statistically,
fair. I
yeah.
think that's fair.
Well, how many people do you think get knocked out in like a minute?
Well, how many times do you place orders?
Holy shit! Right.
This
They-
transaction isn't going through,
direct
so it keeps
correlation.
tapping the phone. Someone across the world's like, God, fuck it.
Oh man.
I think the latest I placed it was like at midnight, and then I forgot I placed it, so I woke up the next morning and grabbed my frozen food from the front door.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
it was Burger King, so it wasn't terrible. I just had to defrost it.
Ew. Any fast food heated up, except if it's in an air
Pizza?
fryer.
Even pizza?
I don't. I don't know
Pizza's
pizzas. No,
Pizza's
I don't
fine.
eat pizza cold ever. It's disgusting.
You also don't
Like-
eat any condiments on your stuff, so your opinion fucking sucks.
This is a fair point. This is a very fair
I'm
point.
surprised you don't order
If
pizza
you think-
with like, can I get just the tomato sauce, no cheese?
I'm like, actually, I don't like tomatoes. Hold the sauce.
Can I just get some bread, please?
Can I get cheesy bread but shaped like a pizza?
You guys got any dumpsters over there?
Wonder Bread. You guys got the Texas slice?
Why did you say
I don't know.
say it like that? The Texas slice.
Because I had so much saliva building in because I'm so thirsty. See ya.
How about this? How about this?
man.
We'll end with a shot. Yeah, good call.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Everyone, thanks for
Thanks
coming
for
in.
another day.
Another Friday. We'll see you
Always
guys next
appreciate
week.
you guys.
You know what? Next week is not Campo Sobriety, so I'm sorry. I was going to cheers that.
Ah.
But we will see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Take care, everyone. See you.
Have a good weekend.